Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arya Vajisha Binti Muhammad Sari. So for our group, we will present for Chapter 5, Management of Archive Repositories. For the first slide is intellectual control. Intellectual control is the creation of tools such as inventory, thematic guide, catalog, and compass, are designed to assist researchers to find their required materials. The second one is provides. Provides means of identifying potentially relevant materials and a pointer to where those materials are stored. Identify for users what materials are held, what subject they deal with, and where they are located. For the last one is intellectual control done by arrangement and description. It is gained through completed inventory and location guide, created or recovered accession records, and the last one is creating finding aids.
So the next one is the physical control. So for the physical control, it is to determine the way of storing archival materials, such as establishing order within series, rehousing materials, and separation of spatial formats. So rehousing materials mean taking the materials from their current or old housing and putting them into the new clean archival housing. So the function of tracking the storage of records is to ensure that the records are pointer specified and to ensure that all the series and the item are accounted for in the repository and can be found and used. For example, by pointing to a specific box on a specific shelf in a specific room.
Finding it is defined as a document, publisher or unpublished, listener or describing a body of record or archive. Guide which leads archive and research to information they are seeking. Finding aids are tools that help a user find information in a specific record group, collection, or series of archival material. Authenticate and document collection tool for repository. Information discovery and retrieval tool may be print or electronic. And finding it help researcher and archivant to learn more about the collection and to find the material in a collection that will be most helpful for their research question. Example of finding aids is database, index, calendar, guides, inventory, shelf, and container list and register. A purpose or tool that facilitates discovery of information within a collection of record. First is provide an essential link between archive and their user. Menyediakan patutan penting antara archive dan pengguna. Second is assist archiving and user in finding the record their needs. Membantu archiving dan pengguna dalam mencari rekod yang mereka perlukan. Third is assist in the retrieval of information contained in archival holding. Membantu dalam mendapatkan semula maklumat yang terkandung dalam pegangan arsip. Last is facilitate infection management of the repository. Memudahkan pengurusan yang cekap bagi repository.
Thank you, Na'ala Sofia. My name is Siti Ashraf Mahsan and I'll be presenting the next point, which is the three common types of finding aids. The first one is repository guide. It is a guide to the holding. It helps in guiding researchers searching for records or collection that they need. The second one is descriptive inventory. It gives the basic information about a collection, contain descriptions of all record groups and subgroups, as well as contain descriptions of box number and a list of their contents. It describes the specific information of a collection, especially bila kita nak retrieve record tersebut. For example, like date of collection, name of agency that created of that created the collection and their box number. And the third point is summary inventory. It describes the materials and all items included in the holdings, a comprehensive listing of the materials that are within the collection. It describes the list of material that available in the archives collection. The next one is the example of descriptive inventory. A title, the name of the person who created the materials, the dates of the collection, the extent, the reference code, and the repository where the collection is located. It is similar to cataloging when we search for materials in the library via OPAC. And the last one is the example of summary inventory. If the collection is arranged in series, the container list will indicate which boxes and folders are found in which series. Each series may also have its own content description, dates, and arrangement. Thank you. I'll pass the next point to the next presenter.
So each finding 8 details should consist of administrative history and contextual information. Administrative histories and contextual information is to help readers to understand the significance of the archive. The next one is the series description. So series description contains of group code, series number, series title, first and last date, number of item, and physical nature. The third one is the description of document. It consists of subject, function, summary, significant information from custodial history, and directly related series.
For the function of a finding, it is first to arrange the material in their original structure order. By writing down the essential descriptive fact about the original, the archivists are able to create a set of representation which can in a way stand in from the original. That is to provide access point, and last but not least is to provide physical control and intellectual control of the archival material.
For the next slide is finding aid system consists of the following elements. There were 4 elements. The first one is a principal documentation containing descriptions in structural order. Secondary representation documentation for administrative control. Secondary representation documentation in subject order. For the last one is retrieval aids, such as user guides and indexes. As we can see here, this is the example for retrieval aids.
Next one is the copies of the finding aids. So the list where the collection of the finding aids is located, and it may be accessed to 2 copies at least in the reference area, 1 for research use and 1 for staff use. Once in the editorial area for future revisions, 1 in the storage area, 1 in the regional area, and 1 with the director of the archival institution. So that is all from us. Thank you very much.